What is fear? What is it exactly? H.P. Lovecraft said that the oldest and strongest emotion of mankind is fear. Not love, not happiness, not contentment, not desire, not even hate, but fear. Oxford Dictionary told me that fear is an unpleasant emotion caused by the threat of danger, pain, or harm. But if that's true, then why do we gravitate towards horror movies? Perhaps that is not really fear. Perhaps that is just shock value and gore. So then, what exactly is fear? What is it really? I don't know. But I'm trying to figure it out. Because you see, everyone has a fear. That specific fear that makes a chill run up their spine, that makes their thoughts swirl and realign. I'm trying to find mine. I'm trying to find where fear resides. Neil Gaiman said that fear is contagious. You can catch it. But in order to catch something, you must find it first, right? And here lies the problem. Since the beautifully twisted thing about fear is that when you chase it and hunt it down, when you trace it and pin it to a specific spot, it always seems to slip away. But don't worry, fear will always come back. It will always find a way to dance into your peripheral vision, to sneak into your consciousness, to wreak havoc on the way you experience the world. Like an allergy of the mind, it should not harm you. It probably will not harm you. But your mind cannot help but react to the stimulus as if it will reach out and pull your soul away. Like an immune system that cannot help but react to a dusting of pollen in the spring air. But unlike an allergen of the body, one cannot simply recognize it and stay away. Because when it comes to finding fear, it is never that simple. Stephen King said that fear can hold you prisoner. At first, I thought that could only happen once you found it. But I quickly realized I could not be more wrong. Since you see, fear holds you captive from the moment you acknowledge it. From the second I decided to look for it, fear has held me at gunpoint. Perhaps a bit more literally than I had ever realized. In 2016, 41% of Americans surveyed labeled themselves as being afraid of terror attacks. 32.2% feared war, 26.9% mass shootings, 21.9% murder, 11.7% blood. Someone once said that fear doesn't prevent death, it prevents life. And I guess that's true. Since fear holds you back and pushes you forward and pulls you apart. And it does this by holding a gun to your head, a bullet to your brain, and it whispers in your ear to do what it says as it places a shaking hand on the trigger. But don't worry, fear will never hurt you, never destroy you. Not physically, anyways. It only tempts, and threatens, and manipulates. It must find fun in destroying your hopes at getting away, as if one day you may actually be free. H.P. Lovecraft also said that searchers after horror haunt strange, far places. And he wasn't wrong. Because fear takes you on a quest across the cosmos, a tour over the terrain, a mission throughout the mind. It takes you everywhere but where you need to go. Or at least, where you think you need to go. It gets you lost. And it makes you lose yourself in the process. But that's okay. Because I started to realize something through all of this. What I realized is that I was wrong. I was so very wrong with the ideology that fear is simply a thing. Because you see, fear is not an it. It's a he, a she, a they, an oxygen-breathing, heart-beating, free-thinking entity. Because you see, the books lied to me. The books were wrong when they said that fear is found in the mouth of a monster that lives underground. They were wrong when they said that fear is the strange creature that lurks in the cosmos within the stars. Were wrong when they said in the most luxurious of words that fear resides in the fields, and the forests, and the fairs. And the films lied to me too. The films were wrong when they said that fear is found in the dark, where your vision is blinded. They were wrong when they said that fear is a person covered in face paint or coated in fake blood. Were wrong when they said that fear only resides in dreams and dead ends. But that is nothing compared to the biggest lie they both told, which was that fear goes away when the story ends, when the book is over, when the sentence is dotted and the papers close. That fear simply disappears when the credits roll, when the music fades, when the director calls cut, and everyone goes home. No, fear can't be left behind like that. It can't be abandoned like that. It can't be trapped in a camera or pressed into a book like that. Fear can't be outsmarted like that. Because fear knows where you live. It knows your weak points, your pressure points. It knows everything about you. The number of birthmarks you have, that weird quirk that you have, that thing you say when you're nervous. It knows what you're doing right now. And it knows what you're doing tomorrow. And above all else, it knows what lurks behind those doors of yours that you try to keep latched and locked from everyone else. And why is that? I think you know the answer. Which is that fear is not an outside being, something that you can see for yourself. Fear is in you, and me, and every single individual within society. Fear cannot be caught because it can never leave. It hides behind that little door in your mind, the one you try to keep locked. And it is there where it turns into whatever it needs to be, and does whatever it wants. And when you knock, it pretends it's not home. Because you see, the scariest monsters are the ones that lurk within our souls. So it's no wonder we try to keep them hidden. No wonder we try to pass them off as creatures lurking in the stars or underground. Because you see, Fear is a part of us that we try to keep locked away. A part we try to keep hidden from everyone, including ourselves. A part that I have yet to fully understand. So until I do, until I figure it out, please tell me, what's behind your door?